The coalition is still building and is as strong as ever. Today, we get an opportunity to sit down with a range and a business that is all in for Second Amendment advocacy. That's Route 66. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel today. We are still here at SHOT Show and we've got an excellent opportunity to check in with Caleb Wu, who is the general manager from Route 66. Caleb, thanks for taking the time with us today.
Hey Kevin, how's it going? Good morning.
It's going well. And guys, before we jump into this today, please, as always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to these videos. It really helps get the information out to as many people as possible. At the end of the day, we're looking to educate on Second Amendment litigation, legislation, and cultural efforts that are going on around the state. So, Caleb, if we could just jump right in. I feel like it's been a little bit too long. This is a little overdue, but
yeah,
we haven't checked in with you since the Route 66 Range Expo.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
I guess for the sake of just having it on the record, what is the Route 66 Range Expo? What's it all about, and how did it go in 2024?
So, first off, let me preface it. I'm a little still recovering from last night. It is SHOT Show after all, so bear with me. My response is a little bit slow. But Range Expo. So, Route 66 Range Expo came from a desire to bring the community together, especially here in California. Of course, with the advocacy that CRPA does, we wanted to collaborate with you guys, not only to bring the community together, but also bring awareness to CRPA, because we believe in the fight that you guys are fighting in the courts, with Chuck and the rest of the team. You guys have been doing a lot of amazing work. And, it's vital not only to our business and our industry, but also to our society as a whole. So that's something we wholeheartedly believe in. And therefore, we wanted to make sure that we created something that we're able to bring everyone together, bring awareness for you guys, hopefully bump up the membership count a little bit. I know you guys have been doing a lot more with this YouTube channel, podcasts, interviews, so on and so forth, and that seems to be working great for you guys, which is awesome to see. But Route 66 Range Expo has evolved quite a bit. It came from some smaller projects. We collaborated with Reno May, Armed Scholar back in the day, kind of like smaller events, and eventually we started growing this into a bigger and bigger event overall. So year after year, our lowest head count was 3,000 people across the day for a Range Expo, which is phenomenal, especially for what some people call it a parking lot show, but it's really evolved beyond that. So it's been amazing to see the growth. It's something that we learn from every single time we put on the events. It's our third one ever this past October. And so still lots to learn from, despite the fact that things have been running a lot smoother. But of course, if you're not familiar with the actual Range Expo, we have a number of different activities we got going on. Number one, we have all of our industry partners and manufacturers and factories come out, showcase new product, perhaps products that people here in California seldom see, which is awesome to be able to bring them in. Almost like a mini SHOT Show that's open to the public right there on our range. Now beyond that, we have our live fire component. So also like a mini range day, SHOT Show range day as well. So bringing all the components that make SHOT Show so exclusive, but bring it to the general public and having them have the opportunity to experience that, which has been working really well for us. And beyond that, of course, we have our raffle, our fundraising raffle. Most, if not all, proceeds go towards CRPA, and as well as other advocacy groups that we feel need a little bit of help as well. So that's our main objective with the Range Expo, and it's so awesome to see it come to fruition and the growth we have year after year. It's been amazing.
And from the outside perspective, I can tell you too, the growth has been something so fun to watch. And guys, if you haven't seen it, we did a live stream from the Route 66 Range Expo a couple of months ago. So go ahead and check it out. It really is a great event, great family event. There's music, there's vendors. It's a great way to get in touch with a lot of the people who are providing the goods that you can go out and purchase and then end up using on the range. So definitely a big thank you. And then yes, the proceeds, it does come through CRPA, but that ends up going to your rights, really, essentially. It goes into the fight so that we can advocate for the Second Amendment here in California. Something that I did learn, getting to that expo in 2024, is that you guys really aren't just a range anymore. Can you fill us in a little bit on the improvements and expansions that you guys got going on?
So one of the things that separates us, besides being new to the game, our ownership, our leadership, we have very, very big ambitions. We always want to do something bigger, better, and so we're always looking for ways to grow. So part of that growth for 2024 is the fact that we essentially opened up a gun store right there on the range. We made do with what we had for a little bit. That worked for about, I don't know, 2 months before we realized there's not enough space, and then expanded it about 3 times bigger than what we had started with. So the footprint has expanded quite a bit more, still within existing infrastructure. However, we probably have more exotic selections or more a diverse selection of firearms compared to most of our local gun stores, including big box stores that are available out in our region. Kind of like how we're known for our variety of different rentals and stuff that you typically can't get at like an indoor range where they do rent firearms. We're starting to be recognized as the shop that has the most variety as far as different selection of firearms. And of course, we have all the tried and true, classics, the Gen 3 Glocks, this and that, all of the new up and coming guns. The moment it hits the roster, we're going to have it as well. We've developed a lot of great relationships over the past year with a lot of our factories and manufacturers, and then through events like SHOT Show and other shows that we participate in, we're able to build those relationships to really get our shop up to speed in a very, very short period of time.
Well, yeah, and I can attest. I mean, the shop itself is magnificent. You know, it looks like a gun shop should, and to have something like that on the range is definitely a fun experience to have. On that note, though, I'm kind of curious. You know, as a business in California, especially in the firearms industry, what's the landscape look like for you? Where do you have to kind of weave and bob? What are the challenges that you face here? And kind of feeding off of that, is that something that really urges you or incentivizes you to want to put some time and effort into the Second Amendment advocacy effort?
Yeah, I mean, I was just processing as you were talking through it, and you kind of hit the nail right on the head. So all of this new legislation that we keep seeing year after year makes a difference and makes an impact in our ability to function not only as a business but as a gun store. And it affects our guests coming through as well. So we're seeing a noticeable, significant decrease in ammunition sales across the board simply because of the 11% excise tax. Purchasing behaviors have changed quite a bit. You know, our higher dollar items, you know, we're talking about like the high thousands, like 1,800 and up, those types of firearms have slowed down significantly. You know, despite us not having a whole lot of historical data, you know, month after month, we're seeing a shift, especially once the firearms excise tax kind of kicked in. The 11% tax we all know and hate has really put a damper on things. So it's good to see that there now is a kind of a collective front to kind of fight that a little bit. I haven't heard a whole lot from that. I was actually going to get with you on that, but things like that have made a significant impact in our industry, and you know we all talk amongst each other in the industry, and that's felt, you know, every part of California. We kind of see the same thing, so it changes consumer behavior quite a bit.
Well, and it definitely drives us, you know, and we have gotten together kind of as a collaboration, you know, on this James v. Maduro's case. Mm-hmm. It is not filed in federal district court; it's in a state court. But as I understand, we are going through the process of the court system there to get that challenge gone. So I mean, when you have effects like that, you have effects on the consumer, it really does kind of drive the force towards the advocacy, because you see stuff like this 11% tax, and it makes sense. 11% on a $400 gun is $44. Yep. 11% on an $1,800 gun is almost $200. Yep. So it certainly does make a difference. But in that effort, what does 2025 have to hold for you in the range and the business?
Well, I'm happy to announce that I'll talk to you offline after this, but we've brought on some pretty heavy hitters in our local industry to really bring that experience that, in a way, we lack. You know, we learn through our processes, but then, at the rate in which we want to grow and expand, we needed some additional help. So we actually brought in a brand new director of sales who's floating around here somewhere. He's probably down on the show floor doing his thing. But we brought up some heavy hitters to help us out with it. You know, we're looking at different ways, not only to market to our non-captive audience, people that haven't been to our spot before, So a lot of new marketing outreach programs, new initiatives. We're really curious to see what this whole meta, situation is going to look like with Zuckerberg announcing that they're going to loosen restrictions. We'll see what that looks like. That remains to be seen, but
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how that's going to affect our industry and their policy regarding firearms and guns as a whole. So, yeah, we've got some cool new stuff. Still, big goals, big lofty goals for this year, and you're just going to see us grow and grow and grow with the momentum we got going on.
Well, Jacob, we'll definitely have to put a link to Route 66 down in the expo. Guys, check it out. If you're in the San Bernardino area, I mean, we saw people from Fresno, from San Diego, from Imperial coming to the Range Expo the last few years. So I know a lot of you guys are already aware of this range, but certainly seems like there's a lot to look forward to in 2025. Caleb, I do appreciate what you guys are doing. I appreciate your effort in this fight, and thanks for coming on and talking with us about it.
Yeah, the feeling's mutual, and again, what you guys do, without you guys, there's not going to be us. So we want to support you guys in any way we can, and we're looking to a prolonged and continued partnership while working with CRPA and like-minded individuals moving into the 2025 and beyond.
Well, absolutely, and we're going to have to keep doing that in order to get the victories that we need. But thank you very much again. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Guys, if you like content like this and want to continue to see these videos, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to them. It really helps with the algorithms to get these videos out as far as they can. We're trying to educate on who is contributing to this fight, and you can directly contribute by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.